things that I'm thrilled about is that in the last year that we've been building the building, a lot of time and energy has gone into making sure that thought and positivity is in that building. So at the very beginning, we talked to the staff and asked them to bring things that were important to them. Religious artifacts, pictures of loved ones who'd passed, patients who'd sent letters that were very important to them or had made a difference in their lives. And we asked them to bring those things so that we could put them in the foundation of the building, so we could set the foundation's intention, that the building was a place of positive energy and love. And so over the last year, a lot of care has gone into that, from doing handprints in the cement to putting those artifacts in the building to having the property blessed by 10 different religious faiths. The spirituality and energy of the building is extremely important because, as I've said before, this is a place where people will come to live, but also this will be their last house that they live in. One of the exciting things that we did this year was the beam signing of the building, which was April 1st. And it was an opportunity for key stakeholders, or people who are invested in the building and who wanted to see this happen, donors, loved ones, caregivers, were able to come to the building and sign the last structural beam. It was a really meaningful time for all of us because it gave us the opportunity to write messages to loved ones, wishes, best wishes for the building, thoughts about missing mom or dad and wishing that they were there to see this. And it was just a really amazing experience to see everybody sign that beam and then have it go up on the actual building at that event. We are delighted that the building is going to house Healing Hearts, and that for the first time in 30 years that the organization has its bereavement center on site. Having Healing Hearts in the building will allow us the opportunity to take care of kids whose family members are also there for hospice services. So for families where mom or dad is there getting care at the end of their life, the kids can actually utilize the water tables and the Lego wall and the playscape in the building. So it's a tremendous opportunity for us to have it all under one umbrella.
Healing Hearts began as a program of regional hospice and home care of Western Connecticut in 1995. It is a unique program, one of the only ones in the state that serves grieving children and grieving adults as part of a hospice program. Many people think that it is exclusively for families who have had a loved one die in our hospice program, but actually our programs are open to anyone in the community. The cause of death is often sudden. It may be a car accident, a sudden illness, something completely unanticipated. So although we certainly do serve our hospice family members as part of the continuum of care that we offer them, the majority of people who participate in our group programs come from the community at large and have had nothing to do with our hospice program.
My name is Al. I have two kids, my daughter Lauren, who's 7, and my son Andrew, who's 2. And my wife passed away from liver cancer coming up on 2 years ago, pretty soon. And what happened was that after my son was born, about 2 weeks after my son was born, my wife complained of some pain in her mid area. So we went to the doctor, and not thinking anything of it, we just thought it was the after effects of childbirth. And suddenly, out of the blue, we found out that she had liver cancer. And we were told that without chemo, she would pass away in 4 to 6 weeks. And with chemo, she would pass away within a year. And at that moment, my life was just turned upside down. I'm sitting here, a widow, with 2 children, 2 very young children. And it was very tough. It was very tough. Thankfully, Healing Hearts was here to help us cope through our grief and take us through the journey of grief. If it wasn't for Healing Hearts, I wouldn't have known there's other like-minded people like me, because I thought I was alone. I didn't know there was other young couples or young individuals who were going through grief like me. And it was a tremendous sense of relief to know that I was not alone. It helped out my daughter a lot as well, because she thought she was all alone. She didn't know anybody else who was going through her experiences in school or in the community or anywhere. And Healing Hearts opened her up to a whole new world of children who are going through grief just like her. And it's been a tremendous, tremendous, tremendous benefit in terms of overall experience with grief. I know I benefited a lot from this. And prior to Healing Hearts, I didn't know if I could get through this alone. And with Healing Hearts and what I've learned from here is that yes, I'm gonna be okay.